Hello everyone, my name is Banehowl and this is 1999 mode in Bioshock Infinite. So this is going to be I guess you say this is a playthrough, but it's also going to be a tips, tricks, and tactics video. You can implement these strategies on your own attempts to get through 1999 mode. I gotta put a disclaimer here that I'd actually purchased the season pass, meaning I'll be getting a couple of free gears, 5 extra infusions, and some starting money. And while that does help a lot in 1999 mode, you can still use the same tactics I'm going to use in the non-season pass. So the only thing that the 5 infusions are really going to give me is a head start on my shields, and I'll explain why later in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and start this recording. Most of these are going to be either like 10-minute sections or 15-minute sections just because of the limitations of YouTube and, well, my own editing. But the tactics I'm going to be using here, the main one is that I'm going to be maxing out shield and then I'm going to be maxing out salts first in the ratio of 2 to 1. So every 2 shield I get, I'm going to be getting one salt. And I'll be using primarily, I'm going to be initially upgrading my pistol, just because ammo's plentiful with that gun, even on 1999 mode. And if you get a respectable headshot, then you can conserve bullets that way. But I'll be maxing out my hand cannon ultimately, and maybe the carbine. I'm still debating it, but I'm definitely gonna be using the hand cannon for the big hitting bosses like the Siren and the Handyman. On the note of salts or vigors that you should be using, I personally will be using, I'll be maxing out Devil's Kiss first, and then I'll probably be maxing out Undertow, and I'm going to buy one upgrade for Return to Sender, and you'll see why if you haven't seen any of my videos, or haven't browsed any of my videos, you'll see why Return to Sender is going to be essential for this run. But for my usual tactics and survival tips, always use cover. Always look around and loot everything. Be careful what you loot because you might actually pick up cigarettes or alcohol, and that could harm your health, or it can harm your salts in return for the other necessity. So if you harm your health, then you'll get salts back, or if you harm your salts, you might get health back. Ideally, you don't want to grab any of those, but accidental looting can happen if you're not careful with your trigger finger, like I am. So I'm gonna do my best not to grab all the harmful items, but it's probably bound to happen. So just know that if you're either new to 1999 mode or you're browsing my channel because you want to see someone run it, 1999 mode is the hardest difficulty in Bioshock Infinite. It can only be unlocked if you beat the game, or if you enter the Konami code. And if you don't know the Konami code, I highly recommend looking it up and even do some homework about that code, because that is a legendary code, and it's not game exclusive either. You can use that code, and sometimes all the games would implement the same one. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through this area because there's nothing really big other than small bouts looting here. Nothing really noticeable. There's this guy, there's 2, 3 eagles here. Just more looting. This part's gonna be roughly cutscenes. Like the next 2 parts gonna be roughly cutscenes as I try to get to the fair with the amount of looting that I'm doing. So go ahead, put the code. There's also gonna be some eagles right here too, so you can go ahead and grab those. And I guess from here, just kind of sit back and wait until all this stuff happens. I guess I'll use this opportunity for those that have probably not already skipped ahead to the part where I either get inside the chair or not. But I want to thank you guys for watching my videos, especially the Ribbons Made Easy playlist I've made, where you guys can use it to get your ribbons faster. I'm still accepting like other requests, like if you find other strategies and if they're actually faster or they're more efficient, then then I'll gladly record that strategy, put it up on the playlist so that everyone else can get the information. I believe information should be shared among everyone and not just the rich. So that's what I feel when I was making this video. So if you feel the same way, go ahead and share the information. Knowledge should always be shared. With that being said, let's get ahead and sit inside the chair, and you get to listen to me rant some more. Well, not necessarily rant, but talk, because you probably understand what's going on right now. We're getting inside a gigantic bullet, we're being shot into the air, we're going to land to Colombia once again. But yeah, I want to say thank you for everyone that has subscribed. When I started this, I really didn't think that people will actually watch it. I mean, I assumed maybe like 5-10 people are going to actually take some of the strategies I use and implement it. Since then, I've been getting a lot of comments and a lot of likes and even subscriptions, which really surprised me. So I want to personally thank you guys for they're actually still listening to this and haven't skipped ahead. But thank you. I really do appreciate all the support. I really do appreciate all the views. And I definitely appreciate if you guys have been like spreading the word, I guess, for my guides. So in return, I really hope that these strategies that I'm going to be using and I'm going to be demonstrating can help you out in your version of 1999 mode. Despite me having the season pass, this game is still rough. You still have to be pretty good with mouse, keyboard, controller, with your aiming, because ammo isn't around. You have to rely on headshots and special tactics. So yeah, I think that's all the thank yous I have to say, unless something comes up in my head. Yeah, just trying to fill dead air. But yes, that is it. That is it until I think I land, and then I have to cut this part. But we'll go ahead and do the elevator ride all the way down. Actually, no, yeah, I have to cut it out here because it's almost over 10 minutes. But again, thank you, and I will see you guys in the next part as soon as this ends. And the prophet shall lead the people to the new Eden. Famous last words.